Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today, we got a good old DVD review for you guys here today. Want to say thank you to Dan Curley, who suggested the DVD review today. If you guys have any other DVD reviews you would like to see, make sure you drop a comment down below. Thank you all for the suggestions. Let's get in. Before we get into it and down to business, take some time, subscribe to the channel. And here we have, so we got the spectacular legacy of the American Wrestling Association. Awesome documentary. This is one of my personal favorites as well. Going back to the 80s, early 80s, the AWA, was the first wrestling company to get on, primetime television on ESPN back in the, early days of television with Vern Gagne, the promoter. So back in, this was released, I think, 2006. Only 6 hours, a 2-disc set. I actually really like these 2-disc sets quite a bit. So, for more than 3 decades, the AWA thrilled fans of professional wrestling, competing with the NWA and WWE and making household names of its biggest stars, including Vern Gagne, Nick Bockwinkel, Larry and Kurt Hennig, so many more. The promotion served as a training ground for a number of future stars, including Ric Flair, Iron Sheik, Sergeant Slaughter, Ricky Steamboat, the Road Warriors, and more. The AWA was also where Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Jesse Ventura, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Mean Gene Okerlund exploded into national spotlight. For the first time, the spectacular legacy of the AWA traces its rich history of the organization from its early split from the NWA to its eventual demise at the hands of the WWE. Extensive interviews with both Vern and Greg Gagne, Vince McMahon, as well as AWA stars Nick Bockwinkel, Larry the Axe Handing, Jim Brunzell, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, Dusty Rhodes, and more. So we also have more than a dozen bonus matches, many never before released on DVD. And there they list the matches. So, 2-disc set, very cool. The doc, awesome. When I really wanted a few DVDs, the World Class documentary and the AWA documentary were the ones I was looking out for quite a bit. So, disc 1 here, we got Bockwinkel, Baron Von Raschke, and Greg Gagne on disc 1. Disc 2, we got Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and Hulk Hogan. And I love that AWA logo, the simple blue and yellow. Really, really cool. So we'll run down the matches and send this one home, guys. So, quite a bit of chapters for the documentary, from the birth of the NWA with Vern Gagne's background, the owner, the wrestler, the territory, Vern Gagne, the trainer. Then they go through some of the superstars like Hulk Hogan, Stan Hansen. They go to Super Clash 3 and Vern Gagne becoming a Hall of Famer. Disc 1 extras include Jim Brunzell, Ribs on the Road, Michael Hayes getting the call, the Freebirds leaving the AWA. Extras continued from disc 1. So we got Nick Bockwinkel on the Crusher, Ric Flair being a fan, the Bobby Heenan joke, the Luthez joke, and a long night of wrestling. Nick Bockwinkel's favorite match, Eric Bischoff, Ninja Star Wars, his first announcing job, the Flying Coffin, Greg Gagne, Vern's match in Buffalo. Nick Bockwinkel and Vern Gagne, gunshots in Chicago. Baron Von Raschke, Johnny Valentine on the rib. Wahoo McDaniel, Superstar Billy Graham feud. Mad Dog Vachon, the Pine Box interview. That's probably my favorite segment on here. It's a Pine Box. How'd you get in here? Mad Dog was an extraordinary character. Then we got Bobby Heenan interviewed by Gene Okerlund. The East-West Connection interviewed by Gene Okerlund. So if you look back in the days of the AWA, many superstars really got their first break with Vern Gagne. Guys like Gene, Hulk, Andre, Eric Bischoff. And they transitioned into a global when they went to WWE. And, you know, Vince McMahon seen some of these guys like Bobby Heenan and you know, Hulk Hogan, and he turned them into straight dollar signs. So disc 2, extras. High Flyers versus Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens for the AWA Championship. Vern Gagne versus Baron Von Raschke. And you could see the dates on some of these, 1971, 74, 78. Patterson and Stevens versus Billy Robinson and Frankie Hill. Disc 2 continued for the tag titles. Vern and Mad Dog Vachon versus Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis. The East-West Connection. Vern Gagne versus Nick Bockwinkel. We got the High Flyers versus Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis. Now, the High Flyers were Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne. Nick Bockwinkel versus Hulk Hogan. Jesse Ventura versus Baron Von Raschke. Hogan versus Saito and Hattori. We got the Legion of Doom versus Crusher, Hennig, and Hennig. Midnight Rockers versus Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. Brawl in St. Paul. Kurt Hennig versus Nick Bockwinkel. Jerry the King Lawler versus Kerry Von Erich. Super Clash 3. And I think that Bockwinkel-Hogan match, Hogan actually wins the title, but it's later reversed on a DQ or something like that. It's really weird that they never actually gave Hogan the title in the AWA, because Hulkamania was running wild in the AWA long before it was running wild in the WWE. So there we have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this AWA DVD. Also, something weird here is, you know, they actually got the WWE Legends logo on the spine instead of the, you know, standard WWE home video logo, which I think this is one of the only DVDs to actually have that. So let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. If you don't have the AWA DVD in your collection, I highly recommend it. I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up. Take some time and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace.